application is twinShare. That's touching a deep pain point about managing and accessing components. This can be sensors, this can be machines out in the world, the digital twins of components and equipment that everyone wants to access, but the factories where this thing is actually standing are super afraid to open up to the upstream vendors out of cybersecurity reasons. So there is a lot of issues at the moment where the use of blockchain could introduce some interesting answers.
So that plays in the space of decentralized identities, so-called DIDs.
Yes, that's one thing. It plays into the management of encryption certificates, which is very difficult at the moment. So, and it also plays into the, let's say, distribution, who has access to which data, because you can imagine a machine standing at Coca-Cola, just to name one company. Coca-Cola does not want the machine builder to retrieve data about the production volume. And the machine builder doesn't want Coca-Cola to get data about the inner well-being of the machine. So that's can be handled with, let's say, segmented encryption, but that's today almost impossible to handle.
But Heinz, can't you just use a cloud service provider like Microsoft to do that for you? They have all this access management solutions in place, and easy peasy, isn't it? You just give it to them, and then
if you look at the management, now this started about 5 to 7 years ago, where the let's say the whole identity and access management, where you need to include upstream suppliers, where you need to include service personnel, not your own people, but let's say this complex hodgepodge of suppliers and even customers, that makes the use of blockchain really attractive.
interesting enough, obviously kind of Microsoft is one of the big players with their identity solution. The challenge there obviously is the one which you mentioned and which falls a little bit to the side. There is a risk related to that one from a cybersecurity perspective. Identities get compromised, and big providers of identity solutions get compromised too.
Right.
So even Microsoft in itself is not protected against that. They had a recent case. And that makes effectively companies wonder also how can they solve this problem which is coming out of the cybersecurity space.